Hey Jay, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essays for correction. And wow, what a beautiful work you've done on your corrections. They look absolutely fantastic. This is so good. It's always interesting how students approach their corrections, but the students who do like a table like this do really well because you're thinking about it. As you're doing the corrections, you're thinking about the work, which is brilliant. Well done you. Yes, the template is long, and what I'm going to do is show you the bits that personally I think you can modify. It's brilliant because it gives you the structure for the essay, which is very important, but also it is a lot of words. So I'll show you some shortcuts. Okay, off we go. In many countries, traditional foods are being replaced by fast food. This has a negative impact on families, individuals, and society. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So food experts throughout the developing and developed world have debated that there was a decline in traditional dishes' popularity since the fast food businesses started to globalise. Okay, all right, let's work through this. So food experts, so instead of this, which I think is really long, I'm going to put the ones in blue that I think you could change. Okay, food experts globally. So that's quite a useful word that you could have instead. Okay, but you could add instead, if you wanted a little bit extra, food experts and nutritionalists. Oh, spelling, sorry, that's me. Nutritionists, so the people who are experts on food, because health is connected to this, isn't it? Food experts and nutritionists globally have debated. Now, watch out with debated. It's debated here, you're asking a question. So here it should be have debated if there has been a decline. Now, watch out. I don't know if we've had this as a correction before, but super important. If you're going to use the word since, you have to have the present perfect. So you can't have that. You'd have to say if there has been a decline in the popularity of traditional dishes. Watch out your word order. Decline in the popularity of traditional dishes. So if I put it like this, then you'll see how I've changed that word order. So that's not wrong, but it's in the wrong place, yeah? So decline in the popularity of traditional dishes since fast food businesses. You don't need the, because you're talking fast food businesses in general. You only need the if it's specific. Started to globalise. Really nice. Okay, and now I've got globally and globalise. Maybe that's not great. Started to, okay, it's a lovely word, not wrong. Started to increase their hold, which means they got more popular. That's another way of saying that. Or increase in, I don't want to say popularity again because you've got that, haven't you? Increase in use, something like that. But okay, so increase their hold would be the best one. That means how much they're used. Personally, I strongly agree that these corporations would affect citizens' households and even the community negatively. Now, don't use would there. Would is hypothetical. If they existed, they would affect, but they do exist already. So you can't use would, but you can use my favourite words, could, might, or may. These are brilliant for IELTS. You can use them. They're pretty much all the same, yeah, but they are very different from would. It's suggesting possibility. Could affect citizens' households and even the community negatively. Good. Discuss the problems with this trend using examples from. Lovely. Okay, that's fantastic. You don't, I suppose you could cut that actually. To demonstrate points and arguments would be fine. Okay, so quite a lot to look at in that first paragraph, but it's very interesting. Well done. So on one hand, there's ample evidence that the rise of the fast food industry. Now here you can have the, because you're specifically referring to this industry, not another industry, has an adverse effect on meal choices of the family. So instead of this, put the word here, family meal choices. So put it here, okay? Almost like an adjective. And so on family meal choices, on and on as well. Okay, not of and not to, I mean on the health of university students, or university students' health, apostrophe S, university students' health. You could play with that. For me personally, I don't like that sentence because I want you to move forward. I find this slows the work down, the paragraph down. You've given me a really interesting topic sentence. Tell me why. Either, firstly, but I think you might need this, or critics explain that. That would be quite good. Only 3 words. Yeah. So I think you need something. Critics explain that. Firstly, fast food menus there's more than one. So plural here. Fast food menus are delicious, affordable, and appealing to the younger generation. Good, excellent. Sorry, it's a bit bright. There we go. Secondly, parents often spoil their children with fast food since it's practical compared to delicacies from local restaurants. Well done. Yeah. Or home-cooked food. Yeah. Home-cooked, often spoil their children. Really nice. Now, we've got present tense here. So you could say have been known to. You could use a present perfect there. Which means, yes, it happens before. Or may be inclined to. Or may spoil is okay, but just mixing it up a bit rather than just the present tense. Show off a bit more. For example, recent research demonstrated that almost 90% of students will choose, yeah, you could have would actually there, fast food meals over independent local eateries. Now, get a connection back to the fact that you said they were affordable. So you could have impoverished. Super word here. This means poor. They've got no money. Yeah? Impoverished students would choose fast food meals. So put when you can, put an adjective in there to get extra marks on the vocab. But not be forgotten that although these meals are cheap, these foods are unnutritious. Okay, and could affect the health. In the long run. Excellent. So instead of in the long run, you could have could ultimately. Therefore, it's clear that fast food has heavily impacted. Present perfect again. It's not finished. You could have the past simple if it was finished. Present perfect is unfinished. Hence, since and continuing now. Because of practicality and convenience. Lovely paragraph, super good work, very clear. On the other hand, although there are cases for these fast food corporations enriching the economy, the impact on health. So you need something else here. Yeah? Cannot be overstated. This is largely because not health. On health and local businesses. So you need to explain. This is largely because local catering businesses might face financial problems due to the competition brought by these companies. You see, this is long. So instead of this, go. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but recent journal studies in wherever you are have recently found that. So that's a few less words, and it's more original. Okay, I've recently found that if the fast food industry grows in a region by maybe 10%, it may suffer. Wow. Okay, really good. Thus, it's okay. Is it possible to state beyond doubt? Yes, totally. Fantastic. Yeah, love it. Globalization would affect the community, especially those in the catering industry. Okay, or, yeah, the catering, the traditional catering community. So you could cut that if you wanted to. I mean, your word count isn't too bad. Don't worry. Don't worry. But it's time, I think, and it's time when you're under pressure as well. That's important, isn't it? Really nice, Jay. Really liking this. Well done. If only be fast food popularity would have a negative effect. Not would have. Here it has. It is having. I mean, here you want it to be now. And meal options despite sometimes you can't. Yeah. Yes. Fast food restaurants. Now, we've had a lot of the word fast food. So you could have the word processed food. Oh, hang on. Food restaurants or ready meals. Yeah. Delivery. You know, there's other sort of things that you could use. Possibly, I think you can. It's okay to say McDonald's if you need to at some point. It's okay. We'll continue to grow. Absolutely. But that's a very good essay. Well done. Nice work. Yes, so hopefully I've helped you on that question. So you've got the bar chart here. Shoe sales. Okay. Bar chart shows the difference between sales of brown and black leather shoes. Yeah. In France and Poland, brown leather, you don't need the brown leather shoes, double that of black. Yes. Okay. It's just a lot of numbers in that sentence, but yes. Now, maybe you can connect it. Either you need a connecting word basically here. Either go while, either you have a comma and while, brown shoes, that's absolutely fine. Or you could have in contrast, because it is a contrast. Brown had sales. Okay, yes, it's all right, but you could have in contrast. Now, while in contrast, brown had done black, which is in Germany. Okay, get the Germany bit into the front. While Germans preferred, yeah, or Germans purchased, something like that. Don't forget it's vocab. It's still a language exam. So the more language you have, the more points you're going to get. So Italians, Hungarians, and citizens of the UK were countries in the past tense where had more than brown, merely 10% difference. That's good work. Among 9 countries, okay, Belgium had the lowest sales of brown, but not more than, whereas black leather. Okay, yes, that for me is something really important. So it's 10 times more. Holland sales of brown were 25% higher than black, which is around 60. Similarly, so here you can mix up these verbs. Okay, you could have something like, this is really important, witnessed, depending on the context, registered, recorded. Any of those verbs are much better than is or had or something like that. Okay, use those as much as you can. Similarly, so witnessed, yeah, yeah, okay, good. Overall, though in some countries it's better, yeah, really good. Well done. Okay, that is nice, but that's also quite long. 200. Okay, I mean, you could cut down this a little bit. You could take out some of the numbers just to keep it really tight. But that is a good answer. Well done. 2 bits of good work. Great. Thank you.